All right, so this is the thing that I have here that I will say. It looks like Gina Carano is going to go in with the Daily Wire and do a movie or something like that with them. Now, and I've said this before. It looks like Ben Shapiro is getting in the right lane and trying to get into the culture. I don't necessarily agree with Ben Shapiro on some things, but I can tell you this: I definitely support his effort to do that. And if there was a way to invest, I damn sure would, or I damn sure would. See, and I think because he has the right the right frame of mind when it comes to this, and Gina Carano could actually be. And let me just go ahead and say that woman was incredibly attractive. Whatever, I don't care. I'm simping. I don't care. But the thing is that she could quite possibly be getting in a real good lane her damn self. Because think about this. She's getting in on the ground floor. This is like getting in on a stock when the stock is at $1 or something like that, or getting on GameStop when GameStop is at $2, and then you flip like the one guy $900 into $450,000. She's getting in on the bottom and saying, "Hey, I'm gonna take my future into my own hands." She's gonna be at a network, or she's gonna be working with someone that lets her be her true self. There's nothing wrong with that. There's no downside to that. If successful, there's no downside to this at all. And she's doing the right thing. And honestly, it's for your sanity. Think about that. Think about having conservative views or liberal views if you're at a certain company and the company's conservative. Imagine having these and you're constantly doing and having to promote things that you do not agree with. And constantly having an internal struggle right there and saying, I don't agree with what I'm doing, but god dang it, I freaking have to eat. Or even worse, you become someone that's not yourself. You become someone that's someone different because you're just trying to eat. And then you look back when you're probably in therapy years later and say to yourself, I don't even know who I am. Because you were never able, because of work or being able to, or trying to fit in, that you were compromising yourself and becoming someone that's not yourself. You're not your own at that point. Imagine that. So I think she's making a good choice. Now she doesn't have to worry on Twitter or have to hold back. I don't want to say this. You don't have to say, you just say whatever you think. That has to be so liberating. Now, the only thing that I'm going to have a problem with is if successful, suddenly a bunch of people try to come onto that platform and try to act like, that, or try to act like that or basically, let me put it a better way. I don't want someone to sit back and say, oh, I always agreed with this. No, here's the thing. You should have said something from the beginning. I've said this before. There are so many cowards in sports for sure. There's a whole lot of cowards in sports right now that are sitting there and letting all this crap happen, and they know they don't agree with it. That's like the one guy, I can't remember the guy's name on Twitter. He's a retired baseball player, and he says, "You just don't know how many guys in the MLB don't agree with this." Then he just step up. Then this woman stepped up. It's a bunch of beta males that sit back, and beta women that sit back and say, I'm just going to go along to get along. That's not right. Then, number two, there's going to be other actors and actresses that will sit back and try to piggyback off of this. You should say something. You have someone right now that is going. You can get in at the beginning of this. There could be multiple companies launched if you just freaking own your decisions and become an alpha and do what you need to do. Comment, like, share, subscribe, and see you in the next one. All right.